So my journey with FasterEFT started in 2014. I had been sick for 18 years with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, irritable bowel syndrome, and multi-chemical sensitivity. On top of all of that, I had my immune system. I had infection after infection. I was on antibiotics. I was, just not doing well. Fatigued. I wasn't sleeping. And so it was rotten. So I'm a registered nurse. I worked for 25 years as a registered nurse. And I left work in 2011 thinking that if I took a couple months off work, I'd get better and, feel okay. 4 years later, I'm still disabled and off work. So while I was off work, I created this little bubble of a world for myself. It was very isolating. The chemical sensitivity meant that people couldn't come into my house even if they had scented deodorant on. I would react to that. I would get confused. I would get lethargic. If I went somewhere and there was scents or chemicals or whatever, I would not be able to find my way out of a room. That's how bad I would get. And the pain, the fibromyalgia from head to toe, like it was just brutal every day. So I tried all the drugs. I did all the therapy. I sat on a couch for 10 years, talking about my shit. And yes, you're allowed to say shit in this room. So, but it was, I always was able to it would get me through the day, And when I was off that 4 years, I was bedridden, housebound for a period of time. There was a period I could not even tolerate sound or even daylight. I was in a dark room and didn't have the energy to get back from my bed to the bathroom and back. So it was really rotten. So in the fall of 2014, my husband was away working and I was in severe depression. It was, each day I woke up was like, oh no, not another day. And I had a lot to live for, but I couldn't see it at that time. So I remember I cried all day long. I was like, I did not know. I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to live either. It was an awful situation to be in. So I went on YouTube one day. I was always really good at reading books, self-help books, reading articles. I never went on YouTube, but one of my boys mentioned how they were on YouTube and they watched this video. So I thought, I'll go on YouTube and see if there's some information there for me. So I did. It was a Saturday night. I remember I was home alone, and I punched in anxiety, depression, chronic fatigue, fibro, all those things. And a list popped up, and in the list was Faster. And being a nurse, I kind of knew all the other modalities, but I didn't know this FasterEFT thing, so I went into it. And it was the best thing I ever did. So I listened to Robert. I watched the first few videos that came up because I just wanted to know. I've always had that curious personality. And I started tapping. And in 2 weeks, my MCS was gone. The MCS was gone. My pain was gone. My energy was coming back. My depression lifted in 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. And it was incredible. My doctors couldn't believe it. No one could believe it. And so I went from I used to have to wear a mask when I'd leave my home, I just would go grocery shopping or doctor's appointments. And so being able to leave my house and not have a mask on was pretty liberating. So Robert's given me my life back, given me back to my family. I can be here. I'm at level 4. I have my own business now, working as a practitioner and helping other people. And so it's the best thing I've ever done, best thing I ever found. But the key to it all is be persistent. Keep tapping, don't give up. And you have the power inside you, all of you. Everyone in this room has the power to change your life, to be healthier, to have what you've ever wanted. And you will find yourself in this process. We're going through life. I always say to people, I think I was frozen for the first 50 years of my life. And then all of a sudden I found FasterEFT, and I am feeling so much stuff. And sometimes it's not comfortable. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. when you're becoming unfrozen, but it's the best thing that you could ever do for yourself.